Now I would like to introduce our second John T. Harrison Award winner. This student came to Chesapeake 20 years after graduating from high school. She resides in Greensboro with her husband and 2 children. They relocated to the Eastern Shore from the suburbs of Chicago. Also an inspiring educator, she is completing her Associate of Arts in Teaching. She was recently named to the 2019 All-Maryland Community College Academic Team. Along with Ms. Kelly, she helped secure numerous awards for PTK this year. She also served as the student representative to the campus-wide Strategic Planning Committee. She found that campus involvement, particularly her work with PTK, helped bridge the age gap between younger students and herself. She will attend Washington College in the fall, where she plans to major in English with a minor in education. Her goal is to become a middle school English teacher. It is with great pride that I present to you this year's second John T. Harrison Award winner, Mrs. Jacquelyn Smith. Congratulations, Jacquelyn. Would you please share a few of your observations with your fellow graduates?
Thank you very much. Good evening, and congratulations, graduates. When speaking at a graduation, it's customary to address your remarks to the graduating class. Well, true to form, I'm going to be just a little non-traditional. Right now, in this room, there are many people who have tirelessly championed one or more of tonight's graduates. These people have contributed time, support, knowledge, or resources without a second thought to come to the aid of a person sitting at the front of this room. I would be willing to bet that there are at least a handful of you wishing that you too were continuing your education. I know this because I felt that way too. I was so proud of the academic accomplishments of my children, but a part of me always wished that I could have another chance to pursue my own education. I had so many reasons that going back to school was impossible. I'm thrilled to report that I was wrong. I'm here tonight to tell you that there is enough time because you will make it. There is enough money through financial aid and other supports. You are indeed smart enough to do this. I promise, no matter what your age, you will not be the only non-traditional student on this or any other campus. And above all, I now know that going back to school is not selfish. Education not only lifts you up, it lifts up your family and your community as well. I won't lie and tell you that this was easy. There were moments where I faltered and I stopped believing in myself. In those moments, it was my wonderful family's turn to come to my aid. My husband, Todd, reminded me that I was strong and smart and a little stubborn and could do anything I put my mind to. My son, CJ, and my daughter, Emily, often gave me much-needed perspective and even helped me when I had questions about homework or a new technology. I found a family at Chesapeake also of amazing professors and staff, and my fellow students were far more welcoming than I had imagined. They will do the same for you. You move heaven and earth to support the people you love and their goals. It is time you start supporting your own goals in equal measure. Now, for my fellow graduates. As you move on to your next goal, I'd encourage you to look for the qualities in others you'd most like to develop in yourself and go learn from those people. One of my role models is my grandma Betty, who at 89 years of age loves to learn something new. Her enthusiasm to ask questions or check an encyclopedia or a map to get a better understanding of something has never wavered and has always inspired me as a learner. Be like Betty. I encourage you to surround yourself with people that inspire you to grow and challenge you. Learn from their successes and their failures too. Remember that failures are just opportunities to grow as a human being. We all make mistakes, so don't be harder on yourself than you would be on anyone else. Don't forget that you deserve your empathy too. Show up to your commitments and don't be afraid to show a little enthusiasm. It's infectious, and you will be much happier surrounded by people who are engaged rather than people who can't be bothered to care. Don't make big life decisions to make someone else happy or even to irk them. Follow your own inner compass. You don't want to wake up one morning in a life that you don't see yourself in, because life is short and there are no guarantees. So be in the moment, every moment, even the awful ones. Because it is when we are faced with adversity that we find out what we are truly made of. Always stand up for what you believe in and make sure your actions support your words. And never, ever be afraid to make waves when it matters. After all, we are skipjacks. So what are a few waves?